Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is for those of you that may be coming from the marketplace and those of you that may be just coming directly into YouTube and looking at my expert advisor that I designed. It's called the Stoch-Cross Scalper, and I'm going to show you how it works and just give you a little rundown on how it's been doing so far. I'm trading it live, and I'm going to let you see that here in a minute. So here I am. I use Oanda as my Forex provider. There's a lot of other good ones out there that you can use. Currently, well, first of all, you can see that this is live. See my cursor here? It's a live account, and there's no trades going on right now, but the Stoch-Cross Scalper is running. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it. There we go. Remove it and show you how, if you download it, how you place it onto the chart and set it up. So first thing, you go to view and you want to view navigator, and you see that expert advisors pops up. Now, you know, it might be minimized like that, so you'll click on the plus and then all the expert advisors will pop up. When you download the file, you should download it to your desktop. That way it's easy to find, but then you need to get it into this file folder. I can't really show you that or help you with that, but hopefully you know how to do that. You need to move it from the desktop and get it into the expert advisors folder. So then you choose it. It's this one here. You can see there's some other ones called Stoch-Cross Scalper. I've had many different versions until I've come with this one, which has been very, very successful. So you just click on it. Whoop. Take that back. Better way to do that is to left click and drag it onto the chart like that. And then you have inputs that you can set. Now the very first one is lot size. And these are default values. 0.5, don't use that unless you've got more than $3,000 in your account. Because at 0.5, your profits are going to be $50 and your losses are going to be $500. If you watch my other videos, you'll see that I like that 10 to 1 ratio. I like to have a trade that breathes, that allows it to, a lot of times if you don't let them breathe, they stop out and you end up losing, when if you'd have waited a little bit, they'd have come back and you'd got your profit. Now, alternatively, they can keep going up or down depending on how the trade is, and you can lose money. Let's be very clear about that trading in Forex is risky. But if you're here at this point where you're in the market and you're purchasing a expert advisor, hopefully you know that. All right, so this, if you've got like $1,000, I would put it at 0.1. If you have less than $1,000, now at 0.1, what it's going to do is it's going to, with these settings, your profit will be $10 and your loss will be $100. If you have less than $1,000, you're best to go to 0.01 until you get a good feel for it and, you know, prove that it's working for you, and then you can bump it up to 0.1. But at 0.01, your profit will be $1 and your loss will be $10. That's a good way to start. Feel out the advisor, see how it works for you. I know it'll work well, but it's just still smart to set it at that small value, let it run for a while. When you're confident, bump it up a little bit. Stop loss and take profit, I don't recommend changing these. It's sort of, it's part of the strategy that has made this successful. You're free to change it if you want. I mean, it's yours, but I wouldn't trade it or change it. Now, the next set of inputs are the trading days, and it's just very simple. If, say, for example, you don't want to trade on Monday, you just double click on it, a drop down comes up, and you say false. Now, the advisor will not trade on Mondays. I'm setting it back to true because I like to trade on Mondays. So you can see you got every day of the week. Now, I recommend setting Friday to false. I tested this expert advisor I've been, like I said, I've been testing it for over 10 years, but I've really collected the data on it for the past 5 months on test servers before going live, and found that most of the losses for this expert advisor happen on Fridays. So highly recommend changing this to false. And then you can see the others. This is non-farms payroll Friday. Of course, I don't recommend trading on that, but if you have Friday in general as a false, you don't need to change this. You can even, the Thursday before non-farm payrolls, you cannot trade on that day as well. Christmas holidays, and then this is a number value, and it on the day begin break. So this is on December 15th. After that, it'll stop trading. You can put that wherever you want. You can make it December 20th. You can make it December 1st. You can, like I say, put it wherever you want. If you don't want to use that at all, then just go up to Christmas holidays and say false. Now this doesn't matter. It's going to trade on Christmas holidays. But we're going to put this back to true. And the same thing with New Year's holidays. And so what it'll do is, here it won't trade New Year's until after the 3rd. So of course there's no activity on the 1st, but the 2nd is usually a day that you may not like to trade on, and so you can start trading the new year on the 3rd. Now you can put the 4th, the 5th, whatever day you feel comfortable with. So once you have these inputs set, well, let's look a little bit, about, just says the name of this. It's Stoch-Cross Scalper, and it's version 1. There will be new versions coming. I will update it. I've got some things already in my mind that I'd like to do to it. Don't touch this. Just leave this as it is. I just want to click on it to show it to you, but just leave this as it is. And then we covered inputs. So once you've got your input set, just click OK. I'm going to close the navigator, and then you can see now that here it is, Stoch-Cross Scalper, and it's got a little smiley face, meaning it's happy. It's sitting there waiting to execute a trade. You need to make sure that you have auto trading enabled, because if it is off, you see the little smiley face here. I hope you can see that. It's got a frown. It's not happy because it can't trade. So make sure auto trading is on, and make sure you have the smiley face. So we're all good to go here, and that's it for setting it up. I'll tell you briefly how it works. It's very simple. It's based on the stochastic oscillator, being anything over 80. If you look over here, you'll see this level is at 80, and this is at 20. Any level or signal over 80 is overbought, and any signal below 20 is oversold. So very simply, when these lines cross and come down just below the 80, so when it's 79.9 or whatever that value, you see the value right there? Oh, wait a minute. All right. Now it's going to be difficult, isn't it? There. You see the signal value, 87.35. It's below 80. It will execute a trade. It would have executed a trade right here, and it would have done a sell, because if it's overbought, then it's going to sell and make your profit. And you can see if we look at what happened right here, where it would have executed a trade to sell, you can see that in the next 5 minutes, these are 5-minute blocks, you can see that the price did go down, and we could have picked up a quick profit. And that's what it works on. It's designed to make a quick profit. It's not looking to make, your retirement nest all in one trade. It does it very slow but sure. So, $10, $10, $10, it adds up. Or even $1, whatever you're trading, until you can get enough money in it, it adds up. Now, conversely, right here would be a good buy signal. And you can see that if you look up that the price here, it did go up. It didn't go up a lot, but a scalper doesn't need it to go up a lot. It'll just, it's just only looking to pick up a few pips. Actually, I think it translates to 100 pips, but it does that very quickly, and you get your profit. So let's get to the meat of it. How has this done trading live? That's what you should be interested in. So we'll pull this up. This is the history here. Green, of course, is good. It took a profit. That means it was a profitable trade. Red means that it got stopped out, and that was a loss. So I've been live since the 3rd, and currently I have, or the expert advisor has done 51 successful or profitable trades out of 56. 51 profits out of 56. At one point, we're looking at right now, it did 29 profitable trades in a row before it incurred a loss. So you can get us up to today, and then you can see today we had a loss, and then followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 profits, and it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it is doing phenomenal. Now, with that being said, the Forex market is risky. You can never predict what's going to happen, but I can say that this expert advisor does very well when the trading conditions are somewhat normal, let's say. I experienced, if we go back to that account history, 2 of those losses were on a Friday that I shouldn't have traded, but I let it trade on a Friday right here, the 12th. It was my rule says don't trade on Fridays, and you see what happens. Lost $200. The other losses were not on Fridays. That one was on the 8th, and then these ones down here recently is, if you've been watching Forex, Euro, US dollar right now, the US dollar is very weak, setting record lows going back to 2014. So, as I explained in one of my other videos, this is a technical advisor, and it doesn't know or care about the fundamentals. A fundamental Forex trader may not have made those trades that it made back here, when you can see the trend was definitely up, and it made some it made some sells because there were some crossovers here. But you gotta be cognizant of that when you're trading, that if you're using technical analysis, you still have to be aware of what's going on in the world, because sometimes you'll have, you may want to turn your expert advisor off and, maybe not trade for a couple of days and let things settle out. Like this week, with statements that have been made about the US dollar, there's that conference, and I believe you call it Davos, where there's a lot of focus on currencies and the financial status of the world. It's been kind of hectic. But there you have it. That's it. I hope you understand it. I hope you uh, purchase and enjoy it, and write a lot of feedback saying how it's done for you. If you have any questions, you can contact me. Thank you very much, and happy trading. Thank you.